they don't really care if they're, spreading the virus and, who gets sick, because it's it's their esoteric abstract principles and, presuppositions that matter more than people's lives, health, well-being, jobs. They're the ones that always, the lazy move is to always say, why, the left wing are nothing but a bunch of Gnostics. I've heard that for 40 years now.
Mm-hmm.
The right-wing evangelical community, they are the Gnostics now. They're the ones who are pretending like life on planet Earth doesn't matter. People can die, the earth, the climate can go to hell in a handbasket. Who cares? As long as our, four walls in a church are, are upheld and unbothered by, public health ordinances and the like.
Yeah, it's the idea that if we don't get Trump elected again for a second term, that we lose it all. It's all gone, whatever it is. I'm not quite sure what it is, but it's all gone.
Yeah, that's in Strunk and White. That's called the ambiguous antecedent. We haven't quite figured out what it is, but it is. We lose it all. Like America is over. There's this apocalyptic scenario, and again, that's why the religious liberty shtick is always parlayed for that sort of fear mongering. Trump tweeted out when those guys from Doug Wilson's church out in Moscow, Idaho, were creating a public health threat. He pointed to that because he knows that that sort of thing is the thing that will motivate evangelicals. We're coming for your kids, we're coming for your dogs and kittens and bunnies.
It has occurred to me that there is no pro-life party.
Yeah.
And I've been, since we talked before, that's something I've wanted to ask you about. What's your view of that? Is there a pro-life? I mean, are we completely goofed up to think that we could advance any kind of culture of life, any kind of value of life, by looking at any political strategy, with it, particularly given what we've got to work with?
Well, I mean, the catchphrase pro-life is so belabored under the historical and metaphysical weight of that term. It's impossible to rescue it. So, I don't know that the phrase pro-life is even a meaningful notion to talk about anymore, because it has been so corrupted by illicit and, frankly, cynical reasons. But I would say, from where I sit in New York City, it's run by Democrats. The Democratic Party is at least the life-adjacent party. I mean, they're against people being, children being separated from their parents at the border, being thrown into, cages to die, against hysterectomies being performed against, immigrant women who came to, our borders for a better life. It was here in, the big bad blue city of New York City that we were the ones that got hammered the hardest at the pandemic. And you know what? We masked up, washed our hands, closed our businesses, and got out of it, for a long time. And, maybe now there's going to be another surge, but that was led by, a Catholic Democratic governor, Andrew Cuomo. And it seems to me like if anybody is actually advocating for things that add to life and the quality of life, for, 99.99% of people, it seems like the Democrats, it's the Republican Party that is the Hail Bop Comet death cult right now. And sorry, not sorry, but, that's the way I think about it.